Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about cell phones. I know it's an older subject, but the issue still keeps coming up. People still keep bringing phones to shows. People are annoyed by it. Musicians and rock stars are annoyed by it. So today I figured I would weigh in and throw in my 2 cents and talk about cell phones at shows. Now, and I understand how people want to take pictures and, capture video to create a memory. That's very understandable. Yet at the same time, when there's so many people doing it, it can be a little overwhelming, I guess. Now, with their hands up, and then you can see actually the screen, so the light's reflecting off that. So you're like looking out into the sky on a starry night. You see all these lights, especially if you're way back. So I remember one time back in 1995, we went to go see East Freeling Peter Criss. And I tried to sneak in my micro cassette recorder. My friend told me, he said, "Hey Ray, if they catch anybody with any kind of camera or recording device or anything, it's going to be confiscated." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And I treasured my micro cassette. The following year I went to go see Kiss in 1996, and I brought my micro cassette recorder, snuck that in, and the result basically was really shitty audio. A record show in Albany, and there it was, the 1996 show of Kiss in Albany. So I bought that on VHS, and that was really good. And it's just kind of funny on how he says that. It'd be funny to actually cover Waka Queen and then just do that in the show. But hey, get that. Hey, take that guy and get that guy and take that. I'll get it, god damn it. I think that was just one of the funniest things ever, and I think most of you have already seen it. But if you haven't, here's a little clip of it.
Hey, take that! Take that! Now, get that guy and take that! I'll take it, god damn it!
Jeff Tate, of course, you know what happened with Queensryche. They went downhill and all kinds of other stuff. I'll get into Queensryche at another time. But instead of, he wasn't playing Take Hold of the Flame, actually, which would have been funny, because it would have been Take Hold of the Phone, because he grabs the phone, turns around, and whips it behind him into the crowd, and people are like, geez, what a prick. I understand the whole concept of everybody's phone's expensive and stuff like that, but they should be doing it near the front row, because it seems as though every single person that gets caught with the phone and or pointed out and picked out or what the heck ever, are the people in the front row. So yeah, Rob Halford kicking the phone like that. I don't know. I don't know. The irony is, most of all that footage of these guys smashing, grabbing, kicking the phone and all that is filmed with footage on the phone. So that's just the whole thing, to capture these other moments. Like, oh hey, did you see that? They would have denied it if there was no camera back, when the heck ever. If they did that back in 84 or whatever, or 86, they would have denied it. They would have said, oh, I didn't do that. In 2001, it was a lot less, of course, so hardly anything. But somebody's recording it, and Blackie Lost Cause Mountain and mentions eBay.
I'm fucking sick to death of seeing really shitty fucking videotapes. Motherfuckers like you are auctioning on eBay for tremendous amounts of money, ripping everybody off.
Alright, so the fact he mentions eBay, I kind of understand that, I guess, because a lot of people are going to be filming these shows like they did years ago and then making money off them with bootlegs and stuff like that. But they don't have to worry about that with cell phones, because the cell phones are going to be shaky footage. It's going to be, it's going to go out of focus and all that other stuff. It's not going to be pro shot. So there's really, and of course all that footage is all over YouTube anyways. Back to 2012, about 10 years ago, there were cell phones and stuff, and people were recording the Van Halen show. However, the show that I went to in Manchester, New Hampshire, we were sitting in the back, so we didn't notice the fight. But when David Roth started yelling at the kids fighting,
Stop! Knock off the fucking fighting! Fuck you! You think this is a fucking mosh pit? You
my wife on the way home. I said, that's going to be uploaded on YouTube. So I waited until the next day, and sure enough, there it was. It was somebody had uploaded it onto YouTube. So it was interesting to see, and it was interesting that I was at that show, and that little incident happened. So it's one of those things that's etched in your memory of like, oh hey, this incident happened at this time or this show or what the heck ever. It was a small, simple thing. It was really no big deal. It was a simple thing where he yelled at the two guys that were fighting, what the heck ever, told them to knock the hell off. You know, all you could fucking think about is fucking fighting. And the most beautiful women on the East Coast. Yeah, okay. Okay. So what do you think? Well, here's the solution. Remember I talked about the soundboard tape? Well, the soundboard tape thing, I think, would be an idea because, well, that's an idea. I don't know if it will stop it completely. They have it to where the show is professionally filmed, and they say, okay, here, look, go onto our site. If you want the Chicago show, the New York City show that we're playing this August, we're playing it in August, and within a week or so, it's going to be available to buy, or a couple weeks. When it's not going to be that difficult to put them onto a DVD, and then have them, the people will be able to purchase it. Because there's nothing cooler than having a show, and you have footage of that show, and then you're like, oh yeah, hey, I was at that show. That could possibly be an idea. Or simply, hey, come out, or have the arena state, and or the band state. Okay, you know what? No cell phones. No cell phones at all. We're making this very clear right now. This band, or this band, you know, whether it's Dick Face Day or who the hell ever, just come out and say, okay, you know what? No cell phones. Confiscate them at the door. Have security walk around and point out the people, and then kick them out if they're recording or whatever. They're going to miss the show. Just state that right up front. I know what you're thinking. You think it's going to be really difficult. In a big arena, that's for sure. It's more simple in a smaller club, smaller venue thing where you're going to be able to more easily reach the person than if it was a huge arena. But still, they should just state that. Some people are going to, some bands are going to be like, yeah, I care. Tell you the truth, I know you'd be like, oh, well, you're nobody. True, but if I was in a band and I was doing what I loved, I technically really wouldn't care. They're not making money off it. If they post it on Facebook, they're posting like little clips onto Facebook, and it just gets your name out there more. It's really no big deal. I really wouldn't give a shit. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.